You're being blessed by this series so far. I've been blessed so much that I can't wait to face a difficulty, because I discovered that we need to reconnect to understand God's principle of faith. I want us to share in this segment on unshakable kingdom, unshakable faith. Say it with me. Unshakable kingdom, unshakable faith. Say it again. Unshakable kingdom, unshakable faith. I want to focus today on believing beyond the test. Believing beyond the test. Let's begin. I want to begin with a few statements. This has to do with what I call the process of living God's vision for your life. Every person in this room, you and I, we were all created to fulfill a purpose. We know that. Nothing on earth was created just for beauty or for fun. It was created to fulfill a purpose. Number two, your purpose is your vision assignment. That means every human being was born to fulfill an assignment, and that assignment is from your purpose. But here, the third statement is very important, and that is this: every vision will be tested for authenticity. That means no one in this room or watching this TV program, no one listening to this CD or watching this DVD is exempt from test. Being born qualifies you for test. The safest way to stay away from major tests is to decide not to fulfill your vision. Did you get that? In other words, decide not to be yourself, and you won't have too much trouble in life. Of course, you'll end up being nothing. But the minute you discover and decide to pursue your assignment, you just qualified for test. Please get used to that idea. Stop believing that testing is a sign that you are out of God's will. Testing is a sign, Anne, that you are in it. The devil don't stop no one who ain't going nowhere. So your vision assignment must be tested for what? It's a big word, eh? Authenticity. It means God has designed life in such a way that life will test to see if what you claim God told you to do is authentic. So if you don't want to be tested greatly, do little things or do nothing. By the way, if you aim at nothing, you never miss. Everybody say tests are normal. Say it again. Tests are normal. You know what tests does? They remind you you are living. You are alive. Only dead people are not tested. As long as you are breathing, you will be tested. And the exams never finish in life. Write this down. Point number 4. The test is not to destroy you, but to prove you. Tests are not sent to destroy. They are sent to prove. You will never know who you really are until you are tested. God doesn't send tests, or should I say allow tests in your life because he wants to destroy your life. He allows tests so that you yourself could discover what you are made out of. Whether you truly do have the belief in your own assignment. We were talking about life. And one of the things I try to emphasize to you is you must allow God to be God. Don't try to be God. You will definitely kill yourself. What do I mean by that? Well, here's what I mean. There are things only God can do. So know your limit and back off. Number two, there are things only God knows. So some things you don't know, and be honest with people. Number three, there are things only God understands. You don't comprehend everything that's happening in your life or what that has happened in life. You must know when to back off and say, you know, God, I really don't understand this. Surrender your lack of understanding to God's omnipotence. Number three, there are things only God can explain. You should not try to explain everything to people in life, because there's some things you cannot explain. Like, why are you bow-legged? Well, that's not a good example, I guess. You know, don't try to be God. Relax. Keep your blood pressure down. Here's the key. You have to know your limit. And you'll have a good life. If you try to make the sun rise in the west, I mean, you make it a project. You can't change that. There are some things that you are limited in. You know what the Bible says? With God, all things are possible. So you got to leave what's not possible up to God. It's going to be a good session. Listen to me carefully. So what do you do? And I'm about to show you what God spoke to me about this morning. Man, that was a beautiful statement. When the Lord speaks, you can't comprehend it. It's so beautiful. Write this down. The most important power you possess is your faith. See, when you don't know anything, all you get is faith left. When you don't understand something, son, you got to believe. Number two, faith is your belief and conviction that creates your confidence. If you lack confidence, that's because you lack faith. If you possess faith, it produces confidence every morning. You walk into the world with confidence. No matter how the environment looks, you walk into the world with this spirit of conviction that I'm still going to win. It gives you confidence. Number four, your faith is manifested by the tests it encounters. I repeat, your faith is manifested by what? I can't hear you. The test it encounters. In other words, if you have faith, only tests can prove it exists. So we will never know whether you have faith unless you face a test. And that's why you're going through what you're going through right now in your life. That experience didn't come to destroy you. It came to test to see if there's faith under all of that talk.